What's up, y'all? Thanks for tuning into my channel. So this is just gonna be a short get high with me or whatever, but I was thinking about these planets going retrograde and going direct, and I was thinking about how excuse me, how people get confused over what that means, like, or what that energy is. Because it's like some people, they're like, oh, Mercury is going direct, or excuse me, Mercury is retrograde, and people don't really know or understand the energy behind those planets being retrograde. Like, they say that, I'm sorry, it's smoking for real, hot boxing for real, but yeah. But yeah, like, these energies, right? You got to think about it. Well, they say, first off, they say that these planets going retrograde is like them going backwards, so them moving backwards or spinning backwards, but it only appears that they're spinning backwards. They're not really spinning backwards. It just appears that they are. I think they're just like, they slowed down a little bit. I think that's what that means. I think that's what is really going on, but I need to look more into that. But if anybody knows, put that in the comments below so that we can see, because I want to know too what it really is. But that's what scientists say, is that it appears, the planet appears to be moving backwards, so retrograding. But that energy, right, how I see it, or how I describe it, is really like these planets being on their period. So some people may be like, oh, but these planets, some of these planets are like masculine planets. Yeah, some of them are masculine planets, but each of those planets go through a feminine sign, so eventually it's gonna have its period. Just like women, we have masculine and feminine sides to us. Some of us go through our periods, and some periods are longer than others. Some periods are shorter than others. Like women, the different varieties of women. That's so funny, but it's true. Like, some of our periods are longer than others, and some of our periods are shorter than others. So when you think of a woman on her period, what do you think about? Oh, she feels kind of moody, you know, her hormones are making her a little bit moody, making her feel a little bit more, making her feel the darker parts of herself, right? Like, that's basically what it is, like the dark side of that planet showing up. So that planet is on its period, so the dark side of it is showing up. It's expressing itself. It's expressing its emotions that it may have bottled up or held inside, or have like thought about but suppressed. Then those emotions will come out during the retrograde. Now think about the collective. Think about the collective when that happens, right? Because I remember when Mercury went, was it when Mercury went retrograde? I believe it was when Mercury went retrograde. There was a lot of arguments. I saw a lot of arguments that day. I think that same day, like, or was it that same week? I saw some people flip each other off on the road. Like, a lot of, there was a lot of, like, road rage. It was funny. I was just, like, sitting back, like, laughing. But anyways, it's not funny when you're in it at all. But yeah, So when those planets go retrograde, it's like the planet is on that period. So it's like, you know, you may experience some anger as well. But yeah, that's basically how I see a planet when it goes retrograde. That's just my depiction, based off of things that I've seen in nature, because everything has its highs and its lows. Everything has its season. And every planet goes retrograde. Every planet goes retrograde. So, yeah, just look at, you know, what each planet means, what each constellation means. Ooh, I see a squirrel. So like, let's say like Mercury just went direct, and I think Neptune just went direct, or is it about to go direct? I don't remember. But Mercury, right? Let's say Mercury went retrograde, right? In Scorpio. Let's say Mercury is retrograde in Scorpio. So Mercury is a planet of communication, intellect. And then let's look at the house that it rules. It rules the third house, which is like friends and siblings. No, not friends. That's the 11th house. But siblings, yeah, communication, stuff like that, right? So if it's retrograde, oh, sorry, let's talk about Scorpio. Let's say it's retrograde in Scorpio, right? So Scorpio, it has to do with death, rebirth, other people's money, sex, all that stuff. So that planet, Mercury, being retrograde in that constellation of Scorpio, so that's dark. That's dark as fuck. That's actually really dark. But yeah, it's on its period. Let's say it's on its period. So it's feeling all these feelings. Maybe you may feel like talking about sex, but there's certain people you can't talk about sex with. Maybe you can't talk about sex with your siblings. You feel me? Or maybe you're realizing that sex is an uncomfortable topic to talk about with your siblings, or just in general. Or maybe that stemmed from your sibling, like you not being comfortable talking about sex with your siblings, so you're not comfortable with talking about sex with like anyone. Or this could be about death. How you may see that you may not like to talk about death at this time, or there's certain taboos about death that are not spoken about, or that may be hidden. You may be finding out things that are hidden, things that are rarely spoken about, you know. So it's stuff like that, you know, the darker side, the hidden side of each planet. And also it depends on what astrological sign it's going retrograde in, or even direct in, honestly, low-key. But yeah, I just wanted to just make a quick video because I don't know, I just really was thinking hard on it today. Like, I've thought about it before, but I never really went deep into it like I did today. So yeah, I hope that made sense to y'all. If that resonated, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, all that wonderful stuff. And I'll talk to you later.